Good afternoon from Epcot Center here at Walt Disney World Resort. We are back here continuing our tour around World Showcase. And if you guys haven't seen any of those videos, we'll put a link in the description down below to a playlist of all of them. The last country that we left off on was France. And now we're headed across the bridge over to the UK. So let's continue our tour. There are a few things along the way to the UK Pavilion that I wanted to point out. First, the smoking section here. A lot of the smoking sections in Epcot have closed, and this is one of the largest ones here in between the France and the UK Pavilion. Continuing looking in the direction of France and kind of looking over here at the smoking section, I wanted to point out that there is a large section down here that usually doesn't have very many people in it. So if you're looking for an area to avoid the crowds, this is the place to come. It would be a good spot to watch illuminations too, but I think it gets filled up very fast. I also wanted to point out this little section down here because it actually goes down even further with some stairs down to this area. So there's another lower level so you could watch illuminations from up here or down there, and I think you would get a good show at either place. From this little lower area, we are turning and heading towards the UK Pavilion, but still one more thing to show you guys before we get there. Over here on the left is a little area that is known as the International Gateway, and the International Gateway is just another entrance to Epcot. We would consider it like the side entrance to Epcot. You can get into Epcot if you're coming from Yacht and Beach Club, Boardwalk, any of the resorts over in that area, in the Boardwalk area, you can get into Epcot over here. Down here by the International Gateway, which is right around the corner, it's just another entrance to Epcot, is World Traveler. And this is just another gift shop, like a main type of gift shop that has most things that would be considered general Epcot and Disney merchandise. So over here just outside of the International Gateway is where the Epcot station for the Skyliner will be, and there's a boat that runs over to Hollywood Studios from here and to the other resorts that are in the Boardwalk area, Swan and Dolphin, Yacht and Beach Club, Boardwalk, those things. So from International Gateway, looking past the World Traveler gift shop, we're gonna head up to this path and head into the UK. Coming up from the International Gateway, the first thing we come across is this little pin booth where you can buy different pins and stuff like that. Not really part of the UK Pavilion, but it is here. So in this little booth here, you can get drinks and pins and some ears and hats over here too. From the pin booth, now we're really getting into the UK over here. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of head in this direction and do all the stuff back there and then come out and do the fish and chips stand and stuff like that. First thing that we see over here on the left is the garden, or like a butterfly garden. I don't know if it has an actual name. It just says it's just a garden. I think they do tea tours in here, so I think maybe this is a tea garden. And they're talking about the life cycle of butterflies over here too, so it is a butterfly garden as well. This pathway does connect back further into the pavilion, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back out to the main pathway and kind of go into the pavilion over in this direction. So the first thing on the left over here is there's an Alice in Wonderland meet and greet. There she is. From Alice, we head to the very first shop, which is the Twinnings tea shop, the tea caddy. Let's see what kind of tea they've got. Some chai tea. I like this. I like the theming in here, how it looks like somebody's house. Okay, is it Twinings or Twinnings? Leave me a comment down below and let me know which is the correct way to say it. Also available in here, all kinds of candy from the UK. I do love me some Galaxy bars. So as with all of the countries, all of the gift shops connect. So we went into the Twinings gift shop, and then we came out of this door over here, which is still sort of part of it, but it starts to kind of blend into the Queen's table over here. So we're gonna show you guys both of those right now. More British candies. An English toffee. And jelly babies. There really is a lot of different candies in here. So if you're from the UK and you're feeling homesick, maybe you can come in here and get an Aero bar and feel like you're back in the UK. They've got some Alice in Wonderland tea sets in here, which is interesting because it's not like any of the movies. Right. But it is still Alice in Wonderland, almost like the book. So we're going to turn and head into the other section and see what else they have in here. So this is still part of the same gift shop, just to kind of like give you guys a recursor of what it was. That's the Twinning shop. Then there's like this in-between shop, and this is the Queen's table in here, where you can buy nice plaid shirts and some bath bars, like some soap. They also have some bags. House of Disaster. That doesn't sound good. Then some scarves. So now back outside at the entrance to the Queen's Table, and you can actually get to this store through here, but I wanted to come outside and show you guys how to get to it from the outside. Heading over to Fancy Goods, Lords and Ladies. Checking out all of their fancy goods. Got some perfumes, some jewelry down here. More perfume, some bags, some more jewelry, some more bags. And I like that this is supposed to look like a fancier house than when we first came into the Twinnings house. Continuing through, this section looks like it's a different store, but this is actually still the same store, the Lords and Ladies store. You can get a Dooney and Birkin here. This is very nice. I like these. Oh, and then like a Mary Poppins tea set too. Lots of Mary Poppins stuff in here. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of Mary Poppins stuff. Oh, and they have some Precious Moments. Is this Mary Poppins too? I think it is. More Mary Poppins stuff. And then we head over into the fragrance section where you can get lots and lots of Yardley London fragrances. And just as a wayfinding, if you head out the back door of any of these shops over here, like you can see Twinnings over there, this is the Queen's Table, and this is Lord and Ladies. Oh, there's Figment right there. We are now in the little butterfly garden that we showed you guys when we first came over to the UK Pavilion. So here's the entrance into the butterfly garden where we were, and Alice is just on the other side of the Twinnings shop. Just to keep the wayfinding a little bit easy, I'm headed back to the beginning of Lords and Ladies, and we went through there and all the Mary Poppins stuff was in here. And now we're over here. There's a big long line waiting for Mary Poppins to actually come out and do a meet and greet, which would be right here in between this tree and this lamppost. And then here is where that pathway that runs through the butterfly garden ends up. And if we turn, there's the stage and the little garden maze. And on this stage is where you'll see the British pop band, the British Invasion, and they do covers of like 60s British rock and roll songs. So from the stage, we are going to turn around and head over in this direction, over to these shops over here. First thing that we see is this awning here that has a 30 on it, and that is actually a meet and greet for Pooh Bear sometimes. And you can see there are touch points for Magic Bands for FastPass Plus, so that if you sign up for a meet and greet, I don't think they're doing the meet and greets back here anymore, but they were, and all the infrastructure is still here to do them. So now let's head into this door over here, and this is actually the back entrance to a shop. And what I'll do is I will head through the shop, and the very first thing that we see is the Kid Cot location straight ahead of us. And then the meet and greet that I was talking about for Pooh is actually right through this door. And they have this wavy glass, so I don't know if you guys will be able to see anything really clearly in there, but it does kind of look like Christopher Robin's room. And you would meet and greet over there, or maybe over here. From the Kid Cot location, we are turning and heading into this gift shop, and I'm going to go out front and find out what the name of this gift shop is. The Toy Soldier, and if we head inside, we were actually in that room back there, but now we are in this section over here, and they've got lots and lots of different United Kingdom stuff. Lots of Doctor Who stuff. And so just to give you guys some wayfinding, this is where we came in to this shop back here. You can see the Kid Cot area back there. That's where the Pooh meet and greet is. And there's lots and lots of UK merchandise in here. Some Alice in Wonderland stuff. Also in here have the press penny machine for the UK Pavilion. And these are the 3 different pennies that you can get. I like this Duffy one. And then some more Pooh merchandise in this same gift shop. This is pretty adorable. Back out in front of the Toy Soldier, and this is where we went into it. There's a little hallway here that leads backstage, and the next thing that we can see is the Crown and Crest, and there is an entrance to it right here, but we're gonna go in the front entrance over here. Let's head into the Crown and Crest. I like the way that this building looks. Ooh, well this is fun.
That would be, I would say, I don't know that I've never seen that.
Amazing. This is kind of the rock and roll shop of this pavilion. Got lots of Beatles stuff in here. Whole section of Beatles stuff. Some Pink Floyd stuff. And then also Queen, Led Zeppelin, different prints that you can get of the bands. From this section of the Crown and Crest, you can get through it inside, but I just came outside to show you guys the other entrances. This is the other section of the Crown and Crest, which is the Historical Research Center. And you can come in here and have them research your last name and they'll tell you the history of it, and they'll give you a plaque with your family's crest on it. Here's an example of one that somebody got for their wedding, where the two families were joined. Here's another one that gives a little bit more history about the name. Also in this store, if we kind of turn to the area between that rock and roll section and this historical section, you can buy swords. You can buy gigantic swords. I don't think you can just walk around Epcot with a sword though. They probably have to ship it up to the front and you pick it up on your way out. Little tiny swords and dragons and larger swords. Yeah, swords are a lot cheaper than I thought they were. This is only a $600 sword. If it were me, I'd be charging at least $1,000 for a sword. Different shirts from Ireland and Scotland and England. They also have a bin where you can just kind of flip through and look for your name. Oh, this is the women's side. This side. Oh, it's only women. All right. From that entrance to the Crown and Crest, we are making our way around the front of the building to the entrance to another gift shop. This one is called the Sportsman shop, and you can kind of see the entrance to the Crown and Crest down there. And this one just has a lot of different sports memorabilia and Guinness stuff, because Guinness and sports go together. Actually, it's just a lot of Guinness stuff, it looks like. We have some sports stuff down here too. Little tiny soccer balls. The Liverpool Football Club, Manchester City, Manchester United. And just outside of that shop at the other entrance is an entire display of eggs. Are these people made of eggs? What is this? Or are they like wooden carvings? I need more information about this. There's not a plaque or anything that tells anything about what's going on here. It's very interesting though. There's also a little section of golf trophies and a golf ball cleaner. I don't know why, but it's just right next to these guys right here. Oh, because this is the golfing section. All of the egg people are right inside here, and this is the other entrance to the Sportsman shop. That's a hidden Mickey, right? So from the Sportsman shop, we are turning to our right and heading in this direction towards the restrooms. And basically the only thing over here is the bathrooms. There's also a little garden over here that during Flower and Garden they change around and tell different stories. There's also call boxes over here that actually have phones in them that you can use. Right next to the call boxes there is a post collection box, but you can't post anything in it. And from there, the last thing on this side of the road is a little merchandise kiosk over here. At this merchandise kiosk you can get various UK merchandise. So Rose and Crown Pub, more Rose and Crown stuff, a Guinness Rose and Crown shirt, some more pins, a Union Jack fleece blanket, also some football merchandise over here. From this little kiosk, we're gonna turn and head all the way back to where we started and kind of work our way this way around this side so that we end up back in this area so that the next video we can continue on into the Canada Pavilion. So here we are back across from the Alice in Wonderland meet and greet. And if you look over there, you can see just right there, that is where the call boxes are. And now we're back over here by the Yorkshire County Fish Shop for fish and chips. And I wanted to point out this little seating area over here is for the fish and chips stand. I wanted to show you guys what was on the menu at the fish and chip shop. It's fish and chips. And then mandarin oranges, Victoria sponge cake, and then tea and coffee, and you can get beer here as well. From the fish and chip shop, there is a seating area over here, and then we can walk down to the water over here. It looks like there's also another seating area down here by the water. Oh yeah. I wonder if you could watch illuminations from down here. I know that there's a dessert party where they kind of rope off some section, and I think this might be the section that they rope off, but it would be amazing to watch illuminations from down here. Back out at the front of the fish and chip shop, and we are turning to our left and we're coming up to the Rose and Crown Pub. Just outside of the Rose and Crown there is another call box, but this one you can't actually use. There's not a phone in there, or there is like a vintage looking phone. So let's head into the Rose and Crown and have a look around. There's a piano player here, some restrooms, and the Rose and Crown Pub is always full of people. Just another look around at the bar here, and then we're gonna head out and show you the eating establishment. We kind of went into the Rose and Crown over there, and we came out this door here, and then the Rose and Crown dining room is back in there, which you have to check in here I'm just gonna kind of go back in there and have a look around. Before we head back there, I wanted to show you guys the menu here at the Rose and Crown. Never eaten here before. Kind of sounds good. Have any of you guys eaten at the Rose and Crown before? And is it good?
Oh yeah.
Because it does sound really good.
Yeah.
Let's head in. So they have this outdoor seating area, and they also have an indoor seating area here, which is a little bit calmer than the pub, which is just on the other side of that swinging door right there. Yeah, there's way less people on this side. I like how everything that we've come to in this entire pavilion looks like somebody's house. And then there is an outdoor seating area for Rose and Crown out here. I wonder if we could get a reservation during illuminations. Kind of sit right here. I don't like that that bush is there, but I still think it would probably be a pretty good view of illuminations. So this is the covered section of the Rose and Crown dining section, and you can see there's a rope here and a gate that's blocking off the area that is the outdoor dining area for the Rose and Crown. But there is also another little seating area over here that you could get fish and chips from the fish and chip stand and bring it over here and eat. Out in front of the dining room is the area where you check in for the dining room, but right next to it is a little kiosk where you can get different beers and ciders and some house-made crepes. And from there, as we turn to our left, this is here for Festival of the Arts, but we have made it to the end of the UK Pavilion and we are headed towards the Canada Pavilion. So there you have it. That was our tour around the UK Pavilion here at Epcot. Admittedly, this is the pavilion that I've been to the most, but there still were some places that I hadn't found or hadn't seen before back in this pavilion. I'm excited to see what's going on with that meet and greet where it looks like Christopher Robin's bedroom. I seem to remember it being Winnie the Pooh, but there was nobody in there right now. So I'm thinking maybe it'll be Winnie the Pooh in the future, or maybe he was there. I don't know. Leave me a comment down below if you're like yelling at the screen right now about like, no, Winnie the Pooh was there, Tigger was there, because I'm interested to find out. But all in all, fun tour around the UK Pavilion. So with that being said, we are off. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
We're the praises. And now it's time to pay the price.